Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. For those of you who are new here, my name is Melody, and welcome to a new vlog. I know not very many of you watch my vlogs, but those of you that do, thank you, because these are the videos I enjoy making the most. It sounds weird, but they do take more work, which is why I don't do as many of them. Plus, they just don't get the views that, well, the views that I'd like, but I still enjoy making them, and they are my favorite to create. So I thought that this week I'd bring you guys along with me. You guys might hang out with me all week. I'm not sure. Kind of depends on what I've got going on. I worked over the weekend, so I'm a little tired. And, you know, we had the time change, so still trying to kind of recuperate over that. Trying to recuperate. Okay, see, now I can't even talk. Anyways, let's just move forward. So I'm actually in the parking lot of my doctor's office. I have an appointment with my ENT, and they're going to check on my thyroid. So last year, this time, they found out that I have a mass. It's actually a pretty big one. You can feel it, but fortunately, I don't think you can't really see it. I'm a little red right now. I had the heater on in the car. It's chilly this morning. But so once a year, I found out that they need to check it again. So I'm just going to go in, have a chit chat with the doctor, and then they're going to send me for a sonogram. The sonogram won't be today. I'll have to schedule that, but they're just trying to keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't grow or become cancerous, I guess. I don't know if they can become cancerous, but they did do a biopsy last year. It's like a whole thing. And if you guys are new with me, thank you for popping in. I'll give you a quick update on the whole situation with the thyroid thing, or how we found it. So, and I'm sorry, it's a very chatty vlog. I'm a chatty person. So, excuse me, I said I think 3 times. So, last year I was having I said it again. I was having this buzzing in my ears, and which I still am, tinnitus or tinnitus, however you say it. And well, I said it again, didn't I? And well, turns out I had several MRIs on my head and neck, and MRAs and MRVs to make sure there was nothing major going on. And thank God there wasn't. But in the process of all that, they did find the mass on my thyroid. So that leads me here to today. And after this, I'm like I said, I'm a little tired. I don't know what I'm going to do after this. I do want to go to the Stonebriar Mall, which is just a few miles that way, and there's a See's Candy in there. It's my birthday month, and I want to treat myself to a little something, so I might pop in. I may not. Like I said, I'm a little tired, so who knows how I'll feel in an hour when the appointment is over. But tomorrow I am going to be decorating for spring and Easter. All right, I've talked enough. Welcome to the vlog, and let's start this day. But there's See's Candies right up ahead. Hey everyone, I'm back from running around and I thought I'd show you what I picked up while I went to the mall. I went a little overboard, but it's my birthday month, so I'm going to say I'm allowed to. So first off, I went into the Lego store and I did finally pick up this Lego set. I think they're calling it Tuxedo Cat. Yes, Tuxedo Cat. I've been eyeing it for a while and I finally just went and bought it, and I used my birthday as an excuse. And I also grabbed this adorable Easter tree. I thought this would look good in my little, I have like a little Hello Kitty village made out of like, not Legos, but similar to Legos. And I thought this would go perfectly with that. I usually place that on my mantle during the summertime. So from See's Candies, I picked up, yeah, I know, I went nuts, but my husband and I love See's Candies. I actually bought this for him. It's a giant bunny, and I don't think he's solid, but he feels like he weighs quite a bit. And then I grabbed this bunny for him as well. I think I'll give him one today when he gets off work, and then I'll save the giant bunny for Easter. And I also grabbed him this bag of milk chocolate eggs, and I got 2 pieces of candy for me. Just 2 of their raspberry creams, which happen to be, one of my favorites. Pixie's joining us. There she goes. Hi, sweet girl. Want to see what we got? From Williams and Sonoma, I grabbed some of these dish towels. These are some of my favorite dish towels. Oh, and I'm just noticing they have a stain on it. I'm pretty sure I can get that out. These are my favorite dish towels. I love them. They last for a good while. They are $22.95, but man, they do take a beating. And I wanted pink. They didn't have this version in pink, so I grabbed the yellow. I also really like yellow. And I have to say, you have to get this specific pattern and this weave. These really are very nice towels. I also grabbed this mini egg carton. This is again for my husband. I know I bought too much chocolates for him, didn't I? Or too many chocolates for him. I took the little thing off so I could show you that. I can slide that back on now. And my husband and I have a popcorn machine. It's like a old-timey popcorn machine to make your own movie theater popcorn. And I saw this and I couldn't resist it, so I grabbed it. It's buttered popcorn salt. It was $13, but this really spoke to me. I was like, oh, that goes perfectly with our theme of our popcorn machine. And of course, Gidget has just decided to join us. Perfect timing, because on my way to the mall after my appointment, those are for Sissy baby. On my way to the mall after my appointment, I passed this store called Wolfgang Bakery and Grooming. And I was like, oh, I have to go back there. So I did, and look at all the treats I got. So first off, I did buy this adorable collar for Yuki. I want to take some pictures of her with me for my birthday. Nothing fancy, just some, easy shots from the cell phone. Gidget, I think it's time for you to get down. Hold on. All right, she's being a stinker and not listening. So I also grabbed, these were sold by the, I guess by the quarter pound, or these are sold by weight, actually. That's a better way to put it. So I got her a little bit of each of what they had to offer. And I also got this tiny little cupcake. Whoops. Well, there goes that. Thanks, Gidget. I also got her this spoiled bone. I think I'm going to let Yuki's dad give that to her, because he is always saying how spoiled it is. No, baby, that's not safe. Plastic bags aren't good for cats. And I also got her the wiggle bum, because her little tail is so cute when she wiggles it. And this donut. I can't remember what any of these are called, what flavors they were. And Squirrel Patrol, because, yep, she is definitely, they're a little messy, always on Squirrel Patrol. And I also grabbed this Bubble Lick savory bacon flavored bubbles. So, yeah, I spent more on it. Careful, baby. I spent more on it than I should have, but I was like, you know what? I used my birthday month as an excuse. So I thought these would be fun to play with her outside later. And that's everything. So now I have a ton of chores to do. So let me show you how much laundry I've got. All right, here it is. It's quite the mess. The bed's been made, but my husband bought me a new pillow for my legs when I sleep at night, and I'm still trying to decide whether I like it or not. I've got my jammies there and his jacket there I have to put up. But this right here is all the laundry. So we've got our basket, and we got some stuff on top here. So I've got to get all this caught up today, and I need to get started on that. But other than that, I'm going to try my best to relax, because my hips are hurting me quite a bit today. I don't know what it is. Arthritis is kind of weird. Some days are good, some days are bad. Or should I say most days are just bad. But yeah, I need to get started on this. I also need to get started on cleaning this. Well, this has been cleaned, but I have a few pieces that are in the dishwasher. I need to start the dishwasher to get those cleaned. I did have lunch. I picked up some grilled chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A, and unfortunately, I already ate those. I was going to show you what I bought, but I was so hungry. Yes, what's the matter? So, I have random Easter stuff scattered throughout the house. As you can see here, I've got the Easter grass. And over here is quite the mess, actually, on this kitchen counter. I need to throw this out. But I've got, like, these items here. I'm playing around, trying to see what I want to do for Easter. And this for sure, I've decided I am going to put the carrots here, but I need to get some Easter grass. I need to go to Dollar Tree and get some Easter grass. I'm going to buy some and we'll see how that looks. I think that might be cute. But yeah, I've got a few things here. I bought this at Aldi not too long ago. Got to put that away. I've got Yuki's dog puzzle treats. So I've got a little bit of a mess going on. I do need to get things cleaned up. My husband's glass from last night. So I'm just going to tidy things up. So let me grab, yes, it's a mess down here. Okay. Okay, so I have switched to these tablets from, why can't I get the word out? From Costco. And you know what? They're just a really good price and they're not gunking up my dishwasher, which is good. I've been using them throughout this whole box here. They're just a decent price and they seem to be working. And I did the dissolve test. You know how you put it in water to see how quickly it dissolves? And I actually used cold water. And this, I don't think it's a plastic, but whatever this film is, it did dissolve very quickly. So I do feel safe putting it in the dishwasher. Okay, I don't have a lot of dishes in there, but I have enough. I just want to get it started so I can get their water dish stuff sterilized. Yuki, here you go. Yummy. I think the first thing I'm going to do is just put her treats in this jar. I've washed and dried it. I actually really like this jar. I think it's cute. And it is a Rae Dunn. I realize no one's really into Rae Dunn anymore, but I happen to really like the jar. So I'm going to keep it. I'm going to put all her little treats in here. Well, the donut's not going to fit, but that's okay. Keep her special treats in here. Maybe I will just put these. Oh no, I gotta clean it again. All right, there we go. I've got all her special treats in there. I went ahead and put these in there. And I'll seal that up. And I have been keeping her little jar up here, well, on the microwave, right there, because I really don't know where else to put it, but it's easy access. And this cat, I found this at a Dollar Tree, and I painted it with some Dollar Tree chalkboard paint that I already had, and I've just been kind of setting it here. It's a little wobbly, but that's okay. I actually kind of like how it looks like it's trying to get into the treat jar. Hey guys, I'm actually outside and I'm getting ready to cut this, what is it called? A faux turf table runner. I'm actually going to cut it so it'll fit the mantle above my desk. And it's 65 inches in length and 11.8 inches in width, but I need it to be 4 feet long and 5.5 inches deep. I brought it out here to cut it because, as you can probably guess, these little pieces of grass are going to go everywhere. All right, I went ahead and got it cut, and I put my bunnies here to see if I'm going to like it, and I think I am. But I'm not quite sure how else I'm going to decorate it. I really like how it turned out. I'm not quite sure what else I want to do with it, but we'll see. By the way, I was right. That grass went everywhere outside. Glad I cut it outside. You want to play with the bubbles? Here. What is that? I'm gonna get them. They taste like bacon, apparently. Hey guys, it's actually been several hours now. It took me 2 hours at the dealership to get the work done on my car door. Oh, I'll tell you guys all about that later. There was something wrong with it and a few other things, but they were able to fix it. They had to order parts and I took it in today to fix the door. So I'll catch you guys up on that later. However, yeah, this is the state of my house right now. And I am in the process of trying to figure out what I want to do with my decor. So far I've added a few flowers to my bunny here. I didn't want too many. I just wanted a few just to kind of, make her look cute. I did put them just on the one ear. I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I should put more, but I think I'll leave it like that for now. Now this boxwood wreath, this actually came from Temu. Oh, and I also bought these from Temu. They were separately, and I went ahead and glued these on the wreath, and I added some of that velvet ribbon that I already have, velvet ribbon. And I think I'm going to put these items over here. Let me bring you over. Okay, so here we are in here. I think this is my Temu coat rack or haul tree. I think I'm going to put my bunny there. I've got this lamb. I've had this lamb for a few years now. I think I bought that at Michael's. And I think I'm going to put this wreath. Oh dear, pieces keep falling off. This wreath, I think I'm going to hang it here. All right, so here's how... Now that I'm seeing it on camera, it doesn't look right, but in person, it looks a little better. We'll see. I might change my mind later. I actually have something I'm going to add in the center of this wreath, so let me go grab that now. I just realized something. So before I show you what I'm going to place in the middle of that wreath, I thought I'd show you the progress I've made so far in here. And this is the state of my room right now. I know, it's a mess. So the grass... I think I showed you this last night. The grass turned out really great. I'm very happy with it. And I really like these bunnies. I've got them there on the ends. I have no idea what I'm going to do in here, but I'm going to show you what I've come up with. So I have been playing with it a bit. And actually, I need something else. All right, so here's what I was thinking. I was thinking of putting my bunny here. I did add a ribbon to him or her. Haven't decided yet. Or I was thinking of putting this here. I bought this at Daiso, but it's just too small. So this actually, look, it pops right off, you guys. Pops off. So I think I'm just going to place that in the middle of my wreath. And I'm going to use this on the bottom of my cat for my dog treat jar. Maybe that'll give the cat a little more stability. I'll have to paint it first. But here's what I've come up with. So I have these lights. These lights actually came from Hobby Lobby a few years back. Oh my gosh, what year? Oh, it says 2023 here. Easter 2023. Thought I had them longer. So I got them on clearance one year. So I grabbed 2 boxes and I'm using the one set here for the spring and Easter mantle. And I have these eggs that I bought at Dollar Tree. I'm going to scatter a few here. Nothing major. Trying to make it simple and cute. So I've decided on 3 eggs on each side. And then I have these adorable little scenes with like a rabbit. I bought these at Daiso last year. They were each $1.75. And then this little chick with eggs and a half shell. I'm just going to set them here. I don't really care what the eggs look like or how they're formed, but then I got an idea. So I have some leftover flowers. I think I bought these at Dollar Tree, and I used them for my wreath, my Valentine's Day wreath, the one that I shaped into a heart. So I'm just going to place them here, trying to cover the wires so it'll look like my little bunny. Okay, let me set the camera down and I'll show you. Okay, I got that done. I think it looks, again, I think it looks worse on camera, but maybe I'm just telling myself that. So I did have to hot glue this one to the wire, but as we all know, hot glue you can pretty much pop that off pretty easily. So it's not permanent. So I just placed the other two, and my thought was it kind of looks like he's leaping, like he's just taking a leap through some flowers, and he's just kind of midair. And I thought that way, if I hid the wire, I actually like the way it looks better. It looks a little silly, doesn't it? But I really like it. So I think this is what I'm gonna do here. Let me move that egg here. Let's see. I'm debating on whether to put some more eggs over here or not. Maybe an egg on each end. I need to go grab another egg. I wanted to put some rabbits like these guys that I have here, but I have so many. Actually, I was thinking of putting these on the end. Hold on. Maybe I can put these little guys on the end. Let me try. Let me move my microphone out of the way, give you guys a better look. All right. So I put an egg and a bunny. I just clipped the bunny to the grass. They have these little clips. These are from Daiso. The grass is from Dollar Tree. Lights, Hobby Lobby, Dollar Tree. The eggs, Home Goods, and oh, and then my rabbit I bought from Michael's years ago. So I've got a bunny and an egg there, and I put a bunny and an egg on this end. And I think I'm going to go with this. I don't, you guys might not agree with me, but I really love how the rabbit in the middle turned out. Because to me, he looks like he's just taken a leap right over the, the flowers. All right, I think that's a wrap for my room. I need to clean up this mess. Let me go finish off that other area. Let me bring these with me. Not sure about that. Okay, I got this area done. I feel like it's kind of off center a bit. I don't know. I just placed that in there. I didn't glue that like I did the eggs. And I think for now, I'm going to leave this as is. I did pull out my little tulips. These are from Target. I honestly can't remember if I bought them last year or the year before. I just kind of bunched them together, and you can see it's kind of squished, but I just kind of set it here. I don't know. Do you guys hear Yuki out there barking? Okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it as is for now. And should I move it over? Well, you know what? We're gonna leave it. Let's bring him up. Okay, so this is this area here. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna place this tree and this here over in the entryway. When we come in, I'm gonna put them on top of the shoe holder. So where are my eggs? Oh, here we go. So I have these eggs for this tree here. I think this is a Rae Dunn item because it has the letters. I just need to add these here. And then let me go and do that, and then check in with you in a second. All right, I've got that done. I know, it's such a mess in here. I'll get it organized, I promise. And I'm gonna take this and that and put it over there. And this is something, I made it last year. I honestly don't know if it was one of those things I recorded and didn't edit to post, but I made it with a Dollar Tree glass candle holder and a giant Dollar Tree egg I got for $1.25. The egg is a little too big, but I have to say I really love the scene. I've got the cross there with this little chicken bunny and an egg. This is actually like one of those items from Daiso that I have on my mantle. The mushrooms are from Dollar Tree. The rock is from my garden. And I'm pretty sure the moss and twine are from Dollar Tree. All right, so over here, this is the entryway. Well, if you can call that the door. And then I was able to slip one of these guys in to hold our shoes. I actually decided to hold off on the egg. It may not make it into the rotation this year. So these flowers are some felt flowers I made last year at the library. They had an adult crafting class, so I made those, and I thought I'd just stick them up there. They're not glued, I just kind of tucked them in there. I've got this bunny from that bunny is from Target. He was $1. This bunny was $3. And I kind of like how this bunny looks like he's looking up at the egg. And so I just decided to put that here, and I added some grass. I had some leftover grass. It's a little too short, but hopefully nobody will notice. So we've just got that kind of set there on the grass, and I've got my 2 little rabbits kind of, hanging around under the tree. So there's the that area there, and then right over here is my my little rack for the coats, and I have those items up there. Over here in this area, I have these flowers. I think I bought these last year. I'm just tucked them away in this little bag. This bag hides a few things of Yuki's, like leashes and poo bags. I just keep those here by the sliding door. I did put the eggs here. I really wanted to put them on the front porch, but they're so lightweight. I think they're gonna like blow away. They're a little short. I'd like to raise them a bit, but I don't really have anything to put them on. So they'll just stay there for now. And over here, I've gone ahead and just placed this wreath here. This is a wreath that I bought from Target, and I think it was either $3 or $5, probably $5. And I've just clipped it or hung it up here on that mirror. And up here, I think those are, is that dragon fruit or kiwi that my husband is growing? And I know these lanterns don't really go up here. They're kind of big, but I have nowhere else to put them. So they're just here for now. All right, so now I finally made it over to my KitchenAid. So I went ahead and just decorated this before filming. So here's what I've done. I'm still struggling with it. I had all these plans, like I wanted to put this, I wanted to put this little guy over here. Okay, see, it's just, he's just backfiring on me. Anyways, I was thinking of putting him over there until he started irritating me. But I actually really like how this bunny looks. I've had him a few years. This I bought at Dollar Tree this year, and I think this dish towel was Dollar Tree last year. I stuck this carrot up here. I've actually had this carrot for, I don't know, a year or two maybe. I didn't buy it this year though, so I just stuffed it in there, and I kept my little mini utensils that are Halloween, but they have pastel colors. I kept those in there, and then I went ahead and clipped one of those little chicks I got from Daiso. I clipped him at the top there. So that's what I've done over here at my KitchenAid. I have a mess, a giant mess. Now, I'm not done with whatever it is I'm going to do with this. I was thinking of buying some Easter grass from Dollar Tree and putting it at the bottom and then putting my carrots in. But now I'm not so sure. I was thinking of maybe cutting this to put at the bottom, but honestly, I don't want to mess with it. It's so messy. I have a mess over here as well. So here is my little tea station, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. I want to decorate it, but I don't want to do too much. So it's actually a mess. I've got a squeaker here I'm hiding from Yuki. It's actually a pretty good thing to have to get her attention if she's not listening. You just give it a good squeak and she thinks I'm, she gets her attention. So I need to reorganize my little tea station a bit. Not sure if I want to keep this basket here with all my little goodies. These are some things I bought from Muji, some instant matcha, instant chai. This is a light bulb because we had a lamp in the living room that just doesn't work anymore. So I'm holding on to that, and that's in here because I didn't know where else to put it without it falling. So that's just there. So I would like to reorganize this a bit, or maybe keep it the same and then just add a few Easter pieces in there. I'm not sure if I have the energy for that today though. Also, something I haven't showed you guys, but I've been meaning to, I have some laundry, I don't know, laundry containers that I bought. And I bought them because last year we had a really rough time with the house after the giant storm. And we had to stay in a hotel for a month. So I bought some really, it sounds silly, but I bought some really pretty laundry detergent in pretty laundry detergent containers. You know what? Let me just show you. First off, let me tell you, I did buy those containers. They did have laundry soap in them. I bought them from Tesso Life, and they're from Japan. All right, I got them, and I'm showing you over here because the table is a mess. So last year, I was just feeling really down. I struggled last year, actually. You know, you try not to complain, but it was really, really hard. So I went into Tesso Life and I splurged. We had laundry soap and softener, but I saw these when I went in there and I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy them. I couldn't get all the label off on this one though. But as you can see, they're really pretty, right? So this was softener, this was laundry soap, and then this one here, this is from Bath and Body Works. So I was like, you know, I'm going to hang on to the containers and just reuse them. So that's what I've been doing. So in here I have some oxy powder. I'm out of softener right now. We don't use it a lot, but we do like to have some just to help us with static. And then this here is laundry detergent, liquid laundry detergent. So I thought, well, it's just kind of fun to have all these fun colors and shapes. So I kept them and I've been using them, but I bought labels from Temu not too long ago. I think these were like, let's see, I can't remember how much I paid for these, but these were pretty inexpensive. It was less than $2. And I actually bought 2 sets. I think that was a mistake. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to label them. I think I'm going to put baking soda here because it's like the oxy baking. It's similar to baking soda for laundry anyways. And then laundry detergent. So that's what these are here for. And actually, I'm going to put these on now since I'm thinking about it. All right, done. I also forgot I have some scented booster beads or scented beads. Honestly, I don't really use these very often, but I will use them for laundry. I don't use them very often, but I will use them in the trash can. I like to sprinkle a few at the bottom. So yeah, just kind of when I switch out the trash, I put a few in the bottom of the trash can, and it's like a freshener for it, I guess. But yeah, so how fun is that? So now I've just got these, and now my husband actually knows what they are. That's why I had the labels for him, because I have it memorized. But he was like, what's what in here? I've actually decided to try something here with the eggs. So I have this garland that I bought from Temu. And I thought, I don't know why I bought it, but I thought it was pretty and it was cheap. So I thought, why not? So what I've done is I've attached the end. Let me show you what I did. So I've just taken the end here. I stuffed it in, and then I'm taking my egg and I'm just gonna snap it on. Yes, it's attached. And so now, wait, I guess I lied. No, it's not. So now that it's attached, I'm just gonna, I don't want to cut the garland up because I'm not sure what I want to do with it. I might want to keep it. I'm just going to wind it around. All right, now, and then I'm going to bring it up and do the same thing up here. Let me see if I can do that. All right. Okay, so here's my last egg. See if I can do this without frustrating myself. I'm just going to bring it up this way, and I'll keep the ugly part. I'll keep the part that shows the ugliness on the back. Is what I'm going to do. So snap it on. If I can get it on here. Let me see. 1 second. Okay, so what I did was I removed just a couple of these to give me the plain wire, so I could snap it in a little better. And now I'm going to wrap it around the third egg. Okay, so I've decided I don't like it, but that's okay. At least I didn't cut it up. But yeah, it was pretty simple. So I do have quite a bit hanging off the back here. But honestly, if you just put it against the wall, no one would even notice. But I like the idea, but I don't know, it just seems like too much. So I'm gonna just remove it. Hey guys, it's actually the next day and I thought I'd show you my mantle. I actually adjusted this a little bit. I moved it a little bit downward so you can really tell that it looks more like he's really leaping. Not really leaping, but looks more like he's leaping. And I found this really pretty ambiance I've got in the background. Relaxing nature ambiance, meditation. And isn't that pretty? And so here's what it looks like. I did move the eggs around a bit. I kind of like put one in the back there. And then I put two in the back, one in the front. And so it looks a little bit better, at least in my opinion. But here's my mantle. I'm really pleased with how this turned out. And over here, we've got a sleeping Gidget. Hey. The sound of the birds woke her up. It has, listen. But yeah, the sound of the birds woke her up, so that's why she looks so sleepy. So I thought I'd show you guys everything I ended up doing yesterday, because I did a little bit more, but I didn't film it because I was just tired. And I did run to Aldi today. I needed potatoes. We're having steak and potatoes for dinner tonight, and I had no potatoes. So I did that, and while I went there, I found a wreath for $17. I'll show that to you. I didn't film it. Since I'm on my way, let me show you this wreath I have here. So this is on the outside of my door to my room. And I put this wreath together maybe 2, maybe 3 years ago. So I just decided to hang it here on my door. In here in the kitchen, I have placed a few more carrots up in the KitchenAid. It's a little stuffed, but I was like, you know, I wanted to put a few more carrots, so I did. And I also brought out my snow globe. This is from Bath and Body Works. I have no idea, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I'm not sure. But the little butterflies float around and I have a fake candle up on top. And I don't really know where else to put it, so I've placed it in the corner here with my, with my KitchenAid decor. I just really like it, so I wanted to have it out. I don't burn real candles. My husband and I have really bad allergies, and ever since we found out that Gidget has asthma, we just don't do that anymore. So that's why I always have the battery operated ones. But yeah, it definitely doesn't look as cluttered without it. Like, this is how it should look. But I think I'm gonna keep it there anyways because I just really like it. And I do have a few more dish towels. I think this was last year's Dollar Tree towel. And these 3, wait, 1, 2. Oh, the third one's over here. Let me grab it. Here's the third one. I actually have it on my stove. I thought it was really pretty. I decided to go ahead and use last year's Dollar Tree towel because I really like the bunny on it. And I thought the colors matched this pretty good. But I might switch it out later for either Easter wishes or maybe even Happy Spring or possibly the eggs here. Up here on my microwave, I've still got the kitty cat in the treat jar. I just moved the kitty over here. And I went ahead and added the bunny jar. This was a little jar I bought from Daiso for $1. Wait, I think it was like $4.25, around $4. And I just got a few carrots stuffed in there. I have some tissues at the bottom there to keep the carrots a little raised. So I've got that up there like that. Over here at the kitchen table, I actually placed this out. I put this out every year, and I keep it under the dome because Gidget likes to chew on these little bags here. This is what they call a Lenten Journey in a brown paper bag. It has I use a battery candle because I can have it lit up. Holy water, a cross, a stone, some palm leaves, which I've had to trim because a little kitty cat was chewing on them. A white cloth, purple cloth, and some sand and ash is in one of these other bags here. And here we go. It was in a paper bag, but then I actually started displaying it because I really liked it. And I keep it in this little dish here. I inherited this from my grandmother. And then I just tuck it in. And this here, this is just a little prayer card that I like to keep in there. And I cover it to keep the cats out of it. I will probably keep that there until Easter, and then afterwards I'll put that away. So over here on my hutch, I always struggle every year with what to do up here because I have my little containers. These actually match some dishes that my husband and I received when we were married, and we found these at a clearance center a few years after we had been married. But we found them and we bought them because they match, and I just really like them. But I do keep like tea supplies and tea bags up in here, but I just don't know how to style it, which sounds really silly, but I don't. So I just placed my little bunny and carrot salt and pepper shaker that I got from Dollar Tree up here. I'd actually planned to put these over in the KitchenAid area, but I ended up going with the display I showed you guys instead. Okay, so down here we do have our Amazon device, which doesn't look the best, but it's very handy, so we like to have it in here. I have my little matcha set here, and this little bunny rabbit, I believe that he came from Bath and Body Works. He has a magnet at the bottom of him, and I can't remember if I bought him last year or the year before, but he's kind of glittery and sparkly, and I love him because to me, he looks like he is praying. I've also got my little jar here with tea bags. I've put that ribbon on it around Christmas time, and I just left it because I like pink. And over here, I've got the bunny rabbit with some carrots and my Amazon Alexa device. So I know it doesn't look good, but we like to have it there. It just helps us. It's very handy to have one in each room, so we do. And then down here, I just have my tea kettle. I have this little egg basket, or Rae Dunn egg hunt basket. I actually bought that this year. I found it and I thought it was pretty, so I grabbed it. I realize Rae Dunn's not popular right now, but I actually liked it, so I just decided to grab it. And I've put a bunch of little eggs in there that I bought from Dollar Tree, and I set that that tiny little chick, the little baby chick, on top. Oops. Let's get him. Oh, there we go. And I'm not sure if this flower really fits here, but I set that there on top of my coasters. And then over here, I placed this bunny I picked up at Target along with some Dollar Tree carrots. As you can see, I kept it pretty simple. Well, to me, it looks a little simple, but yeah, this is how I decided to go ahead and decorate it. And in here, nothing changed, except I did add a few of my battery operated candles, and it looks like this has fallen. I bet you anything little Gidget was up here. She loves to get up here. There we go, all fixed. So yeah, I actually keep her tree here because she likes to look out at the window at the birds. And I'm hopefully going to be getting some ferns to put on the front porch. And I don't know what it is, but every year we have birds that like to try and nest in them, and she loves to get on her tree and watch them. Oh, another update. I took the flowers off my bunny rabbit. I just decided it was too much and he was better off just all by himself. And over here, it basically stayed the same. I just added, again, 2 tea light candles on timers. And here is that wreath, finally, that I told you guys about. This is $17 at Aldi. And I will be decorating the porch, just not in this video. And this little stinker, she's been having so much fun outside now that the weather is better. I completely forgot to show you. I have left that there. I actually really like it. I think it's pretty. And nothing changed over here. Still have the flowers in the basket and my wreath up here on the mirror. I thought about putting some lights in and letting them glow at night, you know, because I have a feeling you can see through, but I decided I wasn't going to do that. By the way, while I'm filming, I thought I'd show you, I actually went to bark.com because I did splurge on a bark box for her, And while I was there, I saw that they had these on clearance, these Bark Buster toys. And as you can see, she's waving the cassette around. The one I bought from Target was a little smaller, but this one, look at her, she wants this now. This one I bought from, I was going to say Bark Buster, from Bark. They actually are a little bigger, and as you can see, I was going to show them. I'll have to show you guys later. But as you can see, it has a cassette tape inside, and it comes out. And it's rated R for rough. Isn't that just so funny? Drool Intentions. You want this now? Okay. Can I have the other one then? Can I have this one? No? Okay, how about... Okay, and I finally got this back from her. I don't know if I read the other one to you guys, but these just crack me up. So, do you guys see this here? It has 3.5 piles of poo by the Bark Post. And it's got 2 paws up by Sniffer and eBird. And I'll pause this if you want to read it. But if you read these, it just cracks me up. The original one was pretty cute too, that I bought her. I think she still has it. She hasn't torn it apart yet. But man, it's just so creative. And for those of us, you know, who did go to Blockbuster, it's just so nostalgic. Love it. Ah! Looks like she's managed to tear that. I knew that wouldn't last long, so I'm going to cut that off now. All right, there we go. All right, it's all yours. Here you go. This is the tree that was damaged in the storm that took our power line off our power box off our house last year. And it's dead. We had a feeling it was probably dead last year, but it still had some green in it. You know, when you break off a small branch, you'd still see green. So we were hoping that it would survive. But you can definitely tell it's dead now. So we are going to be, well, I say we, but it's going to be me today. I'm going to do my best to take it down on my own. My husband is out of town. So let me grab my gator, which is way back there. So let me slip in there and grab that. All right, I've gotten in. I'm just gonna grab this guy. This is the only chainsaw that I actually, me personally, feel safe using. All right, I say that only because I'm very clumsy. All right, I've got my sunscreen on, and let me grab some gloves, and I'm gonna get at it right now. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna get at it. What are you doing? Did you want to be on camera? Is that why you're jumping on me? Huh? Look at that cutie. Look at that cutie. Oh my goodness, I love you so. She really has she really has brought a lot of love and light to my life in the last year. I love all my animals. They bring me a lot of joy. I was going to use my sunglasses, but I think today's is better. I'd better use some safety glasses. Let's be safe. Okay, so it's actually 9:34 a.m., which is good. I want to get an early start on this because who knows how long it's going to take me. Okay, I've got you guys set up on the tripod now, and I need to get a ladder. Please keep in mind, I don't know what I'm doing, but I will be careful. Also, it's a fairly small-ish tree. Fortunately for me, it's not like gigantic. So let's see, if I may not be able to get the trunk, but I will definitely, well, I don't want to say that. I should be able to get the main branches off and take those down to the curb. am done. As you can see, it's all done except for that stump.